What's up guys, in this video we're going to be going over the top 5 bodyweight exercises for day 1 beginners. Starting off with the TRX Body Rows. If you don't have access to the TRX straps, you can do this with a bar. So for each exercise I'm going to give you a few different variations depending on your current strength level. So there'll be a harder variation, intermediate, and then an easier version. But for all 3 of the body row variations, the technique of the pulling remains the same. You want to make sure your arms are fully extended and you're engaging the scapula with the pull, and then pulling yourself all the way up so your chest is touching your hands, keeping your body nice and straight in the process. Body rows are great at building pull strength as well as posterior strength, which is the muscles running down the back side of your body, and also building strength in your scapula, arms and your grip, which is why it's great for newbies. Before you begin with weights, it's good to get strong with your own body weight. Alright, on to exercise 2, which is probably the most common exercise known to man, the push-ups. The harder variation is where your feet are slightly elevated, so your upper body is going to take a little bit more of your body weight. Just ensure that your elbows are angled back, because if they're flaring out, you're going to put strain on your shoulders. And same as the body rows, keep your body nice and straight so you're engaging your core. The reason why I put these 2 exercises first is the body rolls works the posterior chain, and then push-ups works the anterior chain, which is all the muscles running down the front. So you're going to be working your hip flexors, quads, your core, as well as the muscles in your chest and your arms for the pushing motion. In my opinion, push-ups are probably the most fundamental exercise for building straight arm push strength. And you want to make sure you can do at least 10 of these before progressing onto the harder variations. Alright guys, on to exercise 3, which is the squat, which got to be the king of the low body exercise of building strong legs. So the first variation is what we call arse to grass. So you want to bring your bum as low down to the floor as possible, whilst keeping your posture nice and upright, keeping your posture strong. The second variation, what we're going to get onto shortly, is a parallel squat. So for this variation, you want to make sure your hip and your knee joint is parallel to the floor, so you're not going all the way down. But like with the previous, you want to make sure your posture is correct throughout all repetitions. And the best way to keep your posture strong is by keeping the core engaged. Okay, the third variation is what we call heels raised squats. And this is for people who lack a little bit of mobility in the ankles. So it'll allow you to go all the way down arse to grass, but without that ankle mobility affecting your range of motion. You're going to be hitting a lot of muscles with the squats. You're hitting the quads, glutes, core, and a little bit your posterior chain. The fourth exercise is the plank. And there's 3 different variations which I've listed, which is a high plank, the normal plank which is on your elbows, and then a side plank. The main reason why I chose these 3 variations is a high plank hits the core, but it also hits the upper body a little bit as you're keeping them arms locked out. Whereas a normal plank is going to isolate the core a little bit more than the high plank, but both exercises are equally as effective. And then the third and final is the side plank, which is going to hit a bit more of the obliques. All 3 exercises combined are great at hitting the core from different angles. And in terms of technique, you want to keep your body nice and straight, hence the term plank. Because if you're lowering your hips, you're not going to hit your abdominal and oblique muscles as much as if you would if you're keeping your body perfectly straight. Alright guys, and the 5th and final exercise is called a static bar hang. And this is a great exercise for improving grip strength, upper body strength, as well as decompressing the spine, as long as you're keeping the rest of your body loose as you hang from the bar. If this isn't doable for you just yet, you can add a resistance band to the bar and then hook it around your feet, so it's going to take a little bit of your body weight. So all 5 of these exercises listed are going to help you build solid foundations throughout your full body, which you can later progress on as you start to implement weights, etc. But it's vital that you become strong with your own body weight first. Alright guys, and this wraps up the video of top 5 best bodyweight exercises for beginners. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment for more content.